Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Today, as always, everyone gets a card. I am going to be reading from a very old deck. It is Past Lives by Doreen Virtue. I think she's retired most of her decks, but this is one of my favorite decks of all time. So everyone will get a past life reading. And then if you have a specific question or want to go into more detail about the past life reading, again, all spooky season, I am using Everyday Witch. So we will be using this tarot card deck to do readings, and I've really, really enjoyed it. It's given great readings. Good morning, everybody who's just joining. Thanks for being here. It's just me and Brandy today. She should be on any second, and she'll tell you when to drop names. You have the Past Lives deck or the Everyday deck? I'm going to drink a little coffee while we wait. Good morning. Hi, you guys. I know I wasn't on much this week. Retrograde has me just like, ugh. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm excited to spend the morning with you guys, though. And also, I introduced evening appointments on Thursday nights. And let me tell you what, like, I was slammed last night. If I had known earlier how much you guys like evening appointments. Today is your birthday. You're having a heavy feeling. Not sure if today will be okay or not. Try just to be really positive. I miss you guys too. Try just to be, Everyday Witch, about to pull a card. Yeah, Everyday Witch is great. I actually am really, really enjoying it. I have so many decks, and now that I'm being sent decks, it's, hard to like commit to one, but I've loved this. In November, I'm going to choose a different deck, so I'm excited. Maybe I'll let you guys pick. I'll do a poll or something probably on my Instagram, so make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. And we'll pull a card for you, birthday girl, and we will see what the cards have to say, okay? I feel excited about that. So Brandy's taking names. Again, it's just me and Brandy today. Usually there's a lot of us. So just me and Brandy. If you guys can just keep tapping that screen for her so that she is feeling supported through this entire time. We're going to try to keep the energy a little calmer than it was yesterday. Remember that everybody gets a card. You just have to say your first name, last initial. We work hard here not to make people have to say their name over and over again. Plus, it's hard when we're making a list. If we get the same name at different time, it's hard to remember what you wrote down, and it confuses things. So you only have to write your name down once. And if for some reason you feel like we missed you, let us know. If you have to walk out, leave, take a kid to school, whatever it is you have to do, please know that there is this replay gets put up live on my YouTube. So it's the same name or username, same password, same with Instagram. And that way you can see if you missed it. You can also go back. It's really nice to go back and see if there's a pattern to the cards that I pulled for you. I think that's really fun too. I mean, I'm such a tarot reader, of course. So you guys, coffee and cards. Cheers. I am so excited to be with you guys today. My days are never as good as when I start with you. Is Amber on? Oh, Amber, we're thinking of you. Hope you're okay. Keep tapping that screen, tapping that screen. Make sure that Brandy feels super, super, happy, right? Chill, happy, grounded. That's what we're looking for today. Keep dropping those names. Don't stop dropping them. Only once, though. You only have to drop your name one time, and we will get it on the list. Today we have about 45 minutes. Do you have 45 minutes, Brandy? I have 45 minutes. I don't know if Brandy has 45 minutes, but I hope she does. Gaga27, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the likes. That makes me so happy, and it keeps the energy, I think, a little more positive and a little less, scattered. So again, we are doing past life readings today. So we're doing past life readings. And if you want more information about those past lives, or you have a specific question you want to ask me, make sure that you Cash App or Venmo, and then we can go kind of in depth in that past life. And you can also make an appointment with me anytime. I'm pretty booked today. Today's a little crazy, but I do have time available next week. And don't forget, I am now doing Thursday evenings. So if you guys want an appointment in the evening, I am doing Thursday evening appointments, which was just the biggest success last night. It was crazy. So I love that. And here we go, Josephine. Josephine, here we go. Josephine, you got Taylor's card. You got communal living. Our little Taylor gets this card every week. Communal living. I think you're probably the kind of person who, you know, there's that viral TikTok or it's not a TikTok about like this, all these friends that live in this community together and made little houses. That's probably like your dream. So that's why you think about things like that. And you love stuff like that because you had a previous life where you had communal living. Amber, let's see. Food and hunger. So you had gone through a lifetime where you worried about food, and you may worry sometimes about food scarcity or worry about like where that next money's coming from. Will food last? This is one of my previous lives. And if I'm having really tough months, sometimes I'll just like freak out and be convinced like that there's not going to be enough food or something. It's so weird, but it's totally because of this previous life where this was a serious issue. So, this is a common one. That's a common one. You are so welcome. You know how much I missed you guys. It's so nice to have you here. So nice to have you here. First name, last initial, and everyone will get a card. You do not need to read. Of course you are. God, am I okay? Hi, I'm next. Brandy, wisdom. So you were very, very wise in a previous lifetime. You're wise in this lifetime. I think it's why you handle things better than the average person would, right? I think that there is an old soulness about you that understands things. I think it's more than just wisdom. I think that you're pretty ascended. And because of that, you can handle these really hard situations in a way in which other people couldn't. Yes. Yeah. Who is next? I can't even see, you guys. I feel like I'm getting blinder and blinder and blinder by the second. I can't even see like the numbers on here. Hi, Missy. Good morning, Missy. Let's see what we have here. Leaving or travel. And I think you've gotten this one before. I'm not sure. Have you gotten this before, Missy? So I think that you, you know, my great aunt, the one who taught me how to do the ribbon readings, used to tell me all the time that she was really a gypsy. And she always just would like leave, like pack her car and leave to go on whatever little journey it was that she wanted to go on. And I think that you lived your life a lot like that. Nowadays, people would be like, oh, she's a Sagittarius, right? But I think that it's important to know if you're feeling this calling to go do something, like do it. Do it. It's innate. It's in you, this need, this wanderlust. Yay! Yay, Michelle. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. See, I told you, you want the right thing, not anything. Oh, that'll be amazing. I love that. I love that. So remember that it's in your soul contract to do that kind of travel and stuff. I love that. Yes, and don't forget, you guys, there is a Facebook group you can join. I'm feeling some sort of way about Facebook and Instagram right now. I'm trying really hard to work through it, but I'm feeling some sort of way. But right now, I'm still on there. But I don't like the spreading hate stuff. It really upsets me. Keep tapping that screen. Keep tapping that screen. Who is next? Thank you guys for all the love. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. I see them, and it looks like somebody just made an appointment for Tuesday, so I'm excited to see you Tuesday. That will be really, really fun. I just love meeting you guys in person. Beatrix, unrequited love. So in a previous life, and it's interesting because I think it may have shown up in this life that there's the one that got away. Do you have a one that got away? I think that one that got away has gotten away in many, many lifetimes. So just know he's not supposed to get caught, right? He's supposed to be the one that got away. Always supposed to be the one that got away. I think if you caught that, it wouldn't be what you wanted it to be, right? So it's teaching you about who you really need in your life, what you really want. And that's not that person. Jess E, wars and battles. This is a biggie. With wars and battles, it tends to go one of two ways. Either you are like obsessed with war movies and you like to watch all that stuff and it really has, you feel the camaraderie and the feeling of home. Or it goes the exact other way where it was not a happy situation and you can't watch any war or war films at all. They make you feel incredibly uncomfortable and scared and have anxiety. And it's because for you, it wasn't positive. If you've dropped your name, don't worry, Brandy has it. If you haven't dropped your name, drop your first name, last initial. It is now 8:08. Looking at the clock and seeing angel numbers is always good. Stella, I had an aunt named Stella that I loved so much. Lessons and blessings. So in previous lives, you learned that the lessons were blessings and they were bringing you to the right place. And I think that you can see that in this life where you understand that it's in our darkest times that the greatest shifts happen. And you seem to really, really understand that. If you don't, then in this lifetime, you will continue to get these hard lessons until you understand that there's a blessing around it. And it's really hard when you're in the dark night of the soul and nothing is working, or a Saturn return, but we always come out of it positive and better than we did when we first were dealing with it, right? Think about every really difficult time in your life. It's always been followed by something extraordinarily positive and usually pretty life-changing. Emily C. Trees. I love trees because I feel like this means that you lived amongst the trees, right? That you are one with nature. Total green witch. When I say total green witch, I mean total green witch. Oh, anybody can get a deeper past life meeting. Just make an appointment with me and we can go deep. It's really fun. But you are a green witch. And if you haven't bought the Green Witch book, buy that. You will love it. Hi, Whitney. Good morning. Hi, guys. Lexi, here we go. Lexi. The arts. You are an artist. And in your previous life, you were a very celebrated artist. And I think because of that, you're really, really difficult on yourself and you don't feel like anything you do is good enough. I think that comes from some sort of agreements in previous lives because you were such a good artist that you're extraordinarily hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself and trust what you're creating, whatever it is. I don't care if that's that you have 60 TikToks in your drafts and you don't think any of them are good enough. They're good enough. You're good enough. You have something to say and it's important that you say it. More coffee. And welcome everybody just joining. Thanks for being with us today. Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen Farm. You were a farmer. I actually think you owned a farm. And I think you're extraordinarily drawn to animals, and I think you dream about having a farm one day, if you don't already have one. I don't think you do, but I think it's something that you just love the idea of, and it's because it feels so familiar because you had done it in a previous life. Karen, you can book an appointment. Yeah, anytime. Link in bio. There's so many helpful links in my bio, so... If you guys could not use caps, most of you don't know if you're new here, I'm a stroke survivor. So it helps me a lot when the mods use caps. That way I can see what's going on. It's hard for me as a stroke survivor sometimes to process quickly. And the mods using the caps really, really help me. So here we go. Victoria, baby. And for me, what I feel with you, Victoria, is you feel like your deepest calling is to be a mother, and you will be. You'll be an amazing mother. It stems from everything in every single lifetime. I actually, in my shadow work ribbon readings, I kind of talk about if you pull red in a certain position, it means that every single lifetime, everything about you is about being a mother, about your family, about creating this, unconditional love for a family, and that's you. That's who you are. That's what you're about. And that's what you will create. And sometimes, it doesn't feel like it during certain periods. When the kids are teenagers or things are going on, it doesn't feel like you've created. But trust and believe that that's your magic. Your magic is in this family. Is there a specific reading I should book to get a past life? To get a past life reading, anyone you want, 15, 30. I never think anybody needs an hour. I have someone who booked an hour today. To me, that feels like so much time. So whatever you want to do. And then the ribbon readings are different. They kind of teach you your shadow work and what your karma is and that ancestral stuff that we have to work through. Mary Beth D. And I actually have to get an email reading out today. So thank you for being patient. If you're on here, I'm getting it out right after my clients today. Mary Beth, welcome to the world of the witch, persecution, and Inquisition. So this best way to tell if you're a witch, I say this to everybody all the time. If you cannot handle having things around your neck, if you're like the kind of person who's never going to wear really like a necklace, you just don't want anything around your neck, You were a witch and you were persecuted in a previous lifetime. I have trouble. I just bought some mock turtlenecks thinking I would be okay. And I spend the whole time going like this and like adjusting them. So, please don't spam, especially when we only have one moderator. We usually have a lot. No one, we get it. Like, listen, I used to be, you guys, I wanted the cards so bad too, but we try to be here as much as possible so that everyone has a card. And we really do. It's been hard. Retrogrades really kept it. Yes, we do carry karma into our next life. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. And it's not like, I took a lot of Buddhist classes, so I want to talk about that. Karma isn't like someone's out to get you. It's that if you haven't learned that lesson in this lifetime, the goal is to teach you that lesson. That's what the karma is, right? Does that make sense? Who is next? Lily. I love your name. Lily is such a great name. Lily. Finances. So in a previous life, you had some trouble with money, and sometimes you might feel like you have some abundance blocks. A lot of us have abundance blocks. This is a big thing. If we went through something in a previous life around money, maybe we stole, right? Maybe in a previous life, we were so poor, we had no choice but to steal food. How that shows up is like an abundance block that we have to work through in this life because of that guilt, right? That we had like stolen or whatever it is. It could be anything. But the financial abundance blocks, that is a biggie. That shows up a lot. I'm thinking about doing my next journal. If you guys don't have that journal, thinking about doing the next journal on abundance blocks. Because that's a biggie. Amber A. Hi, Amber. Biblical times. So this is another one that shows up in a pretty obvious way. Renee E, but not mine. So this one shows up in a pretty obvious way. It's like when people are talking to you about religion, you don't really believe it, or you're like, I don't know. I feel, and it's because you were around in that time. So you see it differently and you feel it innately differently. And it's why there may be some things about structured religion that make you feel some sort of way, or especially things in the Bible that kind of trigger you and you have no idea why they trigger you. That is why they trigger you. Okay, who is next? Do you guys all have your mugs too? If you have one of my mugs, if you have one of these coffee and cards mugs, throw an emoji up. We restocked them again. I mean, they're constantly gone, but we restocked them again, and the link to that's in the bio too. We have trouble keeping these in stock for sure. You guys like them. They're great size. Let me see. Tristan. Hi, Tristan. I had the biggest crush on a guy named Tristan when I was in high school. Ooh, galactic. So you are what they call a starseed, right? You kind of don't feel like you fit in exactly, and you feel like you're not one of the earth, and you're a little magical, but you think, sometimes that might make you feel a little weird, but you're not weird. You're just magic, right? So I have been told a million times, and I'm not great at this like alien starseed stuff. I'm not going to pretend like I am. This is not like my expert power, but I have been told a million times that I'm like some half-breed thing. So whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But for you have definitely had a previous life in a different world. If you have a specific question, you can Cash App or Venmo me. You go to the top of the list. You bypass everything because I want to make sure. So you can definitely do that if you would like. Dana R, scribe or writer. So this is interesting because ordinarily I say, you're a writer, but actually I think that you took notes in a medical practice, and I think that you may have been involved in some of the huge medical findings that have happened throughout time. I really feel like you helped to actually write down medical things that were super important. I actually think you may have been involved in some of the first operations and things like that. Not operating, but witnessing and writing down everything. So I don't know if you have any kind of medical background or you're interested in the medical field, but I feel that heavy for you. Who is next? Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many. No, that's what I see. So I don't know why. So I don't know. And I don't even know if that was you that I was responding to, but I definitely see something with medical stuff. So don't know what that's about, but feel it strongly. Christine M. Christine M. Phobias. So you have a phobia about something that you have brought in from a previous life. And that's what, oh, thank you guys so much for the love and the presents. They mean so much to me. You have a phobia from a previous life that you've brought into this life. So not sure what that is. You probably know what that is. But remember when you're like feeling super afraid of something and you don't know why you're feeling super afraid, it's something from a previous life. Be super gentle with yourself. It's okay to be afraid. You know, we all have things we're afraid of, and that's all right. Don't be like mean to yourself about it. Who is, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for all the presents. It means so much to me. Really, honestly, thank you. Jessica, vows. So you have, you broke your vows in a previous life. And back when you broke your vows in the previous life, I think you had like almost a scarlet letter type thing about you. So you have a lot of guilt and maybe judgment about other people's relationships and marriages. I think that comes from all the judgment that was put on you. So just remember that you're human and you're doing the best you can, and so is everyone else, and marriage is really, really hard, right? So I think sometimes like that self-loathing thing that might go on with you and negative self-talk comes from being kind of super judged for breaking your vows in a previous life. But I think you had to. I feel like you had no choice, and I feel like you were extraordinarily unhappy, and that's why you did it, not because you were a horrible person. Isla, is that how I say it? Isla, oh, I wish I knew how to say it. Sorry if I'm hacking. Isla, monk or nun. You were a monk or a nun in a previous life, which is really interesting. So I think for you, I'm seeing, and I could be totally wrong, but some shame around sexuality or about like showing pieces of yourself or things like that. I want you to let go of that. You're super beautiful. Don't like shame yourself because you think that you should be shamed, right? Oh God, girl, she doesn't have time to tell you how many names are on the list. She's too busy taking the list. But thank you for being, thanks for saying, oh, no worries. It's just so hard. But believe me, we want to get you all as badly as you want us to read for you. Vanessa F. Spirituality and religion. So you spent many lifetimes on a spiritual quest. I think that you were spiritual long before people knew what spirituality was and like thought you were kind of weird, right? You've always been, and it's not, I don't see the religion so much. For you, I see that you've always been really witchy, really spiritual, lifetime after lifetime, deep into astrology, deep into tarot and divination. I never say that right. That's what I see for you. So I hope that vibes. Big Heat 76, thanks for the follow. I think we're like roughly the same age. Tiffany, oh, sorry, it almost worked. So that's the only time I bypass the list is if you use caps, I get confused. Angela, please don't use caps if you can help it. And only leave your name one time. Oh, my dogs just lost their mind. Okay, hold on one second. That was crazy and really loud. I'm sorry. Hey, no. Angela, imprisonment or slavery? Imprisonment or slavery? So you have had, I see more slavery, I have to tell you. And it may be why you're really strong with your boundaries now. Like no one is going to cross you. You are not letting anyone tell you what to do. And hold on to that. Hold on to that. Having a hot flash. Hey, lay down. All done. All done. Imprisonment or slavery? Who is now? Oh, I'm so glad it resonates. Good. That makes me happy. Thank you for that validation. It's hard for me to see. Who is next? Mary M. I'm going to say Mary M. Cosby. I don't mean it though. It's just that I'm a Bravo crazy person. Trust and faith. You have had deep faith in the universe for many, many lifetimes. And because of that, you'll be rewarded in this lifetime. Continue to trust the divine timing of it all. That's enough, you guys. Lay down. Continue to trust the divine timing of it all, really, because the universe is going to support you because you have always supported the universe. Always. Who is next? My dogs are losing their minds. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try to keep doing this, but we have a lot of hysteria. Jasmine G. Did you say Celtic. Am I saying that wrong? See, I'm so bad at this. So if you feel like you are super, are you like a person who super celebrates St. Patrick's Day and like even like makes all the stuff? That's like what that's about. I'm so distracted because my dogs won't stop whining. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. Girls, come here. Lay down. It's all done. It's all done. Lay down. Come on. Come on. Sorry, guys. The list for free cards is closed for today. I think we're feeling overwhelmed, but if anyone wants a past life reading, $10 Cash App or Venmo, the girls will throw it up. We don't know who the last name on the list was. I don't think, but if you have to go and you think you won't get called and then you're kind of curious if you got called, go check the YouTube replay. And I do have some appointments. I'm pretty busy today, but I do have some appointments today. So check that out. And I have tons of appointments next week. Jenny Ray, you got my daughter's card, Egypt. My daughter's like obsessed with Egypt from the time she was born. Since she was tiny, all she's talked about is like the pyramids. And like she always does like the cat eye eyeliner. Like it's a whole thing. She's like obsessed with Egypt. And I always tell her, I'm like, girl, you lived in Egypt or something, because it's like not normal to like be this obsessed with Egypt. So it's that kind of thing. Like I said, if you always have the little winged and like cat eye stuff going on, trust that that's because you learned how to do that in a previous life. Like you will never see me with like a little winged line. Like I have no idea how to do that. Tammy, transportation. This one's interesting. And for you, I think that you had a spouse that worked on the railroad, and I think it was violent, and I think it was difficult, and I think it added a lot of mistrust in your life. And I think because of that, and I think, you know, there was a lot of infidelity. And I think because of that, it shows up in this lifetime where you have some trouble trusting at times. That's what that's from. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Oh, I really appreciate it. And I love all the gifts. They mean the world to me. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Health. This is I hate this card. Like I want to rip this card up. I hate it so much. Sometimes when we have health issues in this lifetime, it's because we weren't super sensitive to people who had health issues in previous lifetimes. Sometimes it's just that our vessel cannot hold all the power that our spirit has. And because of that, we have health issues, and we have them lifetime from lifetime as we become more ascended and more powerful. It's why you see so many tarot card readers, witchy people, deeply spiritual people with these like serious health stuff, right? Like I've stroked or I have lupus, right? It's why you see that. I believe that the human vessel isn't strong enough for our ascended souls. I believe it, and I'm going to believe it until the day I die. Who is next? I'm glad you guys are liking the vibes here. I also do Reiki as I read. I never talk about that anymore. It's something I used to talk about in the beginning. So I do everything I can to pull the energy down and really ground. I want you to leave feeling grounded, more secure, more in control of your life, more thoughtful with your words to yourself, to others. I try really hard to work through all the chakras as I'm doing the readings so that I can clear any blockages, send some really beautiful light through. That's what I try really hard to do. So I hope every time you guys leave one of these, I just did Brittany. I hope every time you guys leave one of these that you feel calmer and more secure and a little lighter. Oh, I'm sending you so much love, Linda. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how much pain you're in. I'm sending you so much love. Can everybody tap the screen and send hearts to Linda? She just lost her sister. Can we send her some love, all of us? Send some love, some support. I do when given permission. You'll never see me like posting, you know, Justin, or you were around, somebody came to talk to me. I'm never going to do that. I am really clear with spirit guides and with people who have passed over that if they want to speak to me, they need to send their family to me. So if you would like me to speak to someone that you love who's passed on, please make an appointment with me, and I'm always happy to do that. But I will never, ever, ever hit someone up and say they're looking for me. I have a friend who lost her brother. Actually, her brother was my boyfriend. And she has had psychics hit her up saying that Joey is trying to talk to her for years. And it's made her extraordinarily resentful and angry. And it's, I've been really mindful of that for a long time, how, you need to come to me. I would never, ever hurt someone who's already in grief by doing that. There is a link in my bio for like everything. My books in there, US game systems, my favorite decks are in there, crystals are in there, appointments, blogs. I'm a big blogger. So that's all in there, and you can get to all of that. I try to be, it was extreme. I did Brittany already. So it's the next one after Brittany. I try to be extremely mindful. You will never see me on, saying, looking for a celebrity and trying to talk to a celebrity or something. They're people too. They have family who love them. I would never do that. Good morning, Sherry. I love Sherry so much, you guys. She's the best. Sherry, congratulations. You're with your soulmate. I think we knew that already, but I think that you guys were married in a previous life. I'm pretty sure I've told you that more than once, but I feel like this doubles down, confirms it. So listen, Sherry is a great story of feeling hopeless and you'll never find the person and it's never going to work. And then all of a sudden, when you do the work and you work on yourself and you really love yourself, you love yourself so much that the person's just a bonus. You get the dream person that you've been waiting for forever. But you got to do the work, right? You got to do the work. Okay. I do free readings every morning. Right now, I think the list is full. You can do $10 to Cash App me, which is really cheap, or I do email ones for $22, or you can meet with me one-on-one via Zoom for as little as $44. Candy, Knighthood. So you were around during this energy, right? This era. And I think it's why you're probably a big Games of Thrones person and you love all of those things, right? That's why. That is your big era. That was one of your lifetimes that was extremely good for you. Okay, who's next? Who is next? How you doing, Brandy? How you doing? You guys tell Brandy how much you appreciate her. She has a lot. This is a lot to manage on her own. Carly and Amber, thank you for being here with everything going on in your life. Carly, you have had the same father in many lifetimes. Most of us do. So, our family, we usually carry with us over and over again. If there is an issue with your father and you don't want that coming back over and over and over again, make an appointment with me and we can work on cutting cords so that you don't have to do another lifetime. If it's a very positive relationship, keep working on that, and then you'll come back and have an even better relationship the next time around. For my children and myself, I had to do a lot of stuff to make sure that their biological father isn't with us in our next lifetime. What's going on, DW21? What's going on? D, help please. What do you need help with? D, this one's for you. Ships and sailing. And I actually for you see that you, I think you used to race. I believe that you used to do sailboat racing or something like that. And I think that you're very drawn to the water. And I think that it's really interesting. If you've thought about getting a boat or you have a boat, I think that's really, I see you just around boats, actually not just in one lifetime, many lifetimes. You have a whole thing with marinas and boating and okay, yeah, just I think the list is full for the past life cards today. You can do Cash App or Venmo to get a card, but we'll be back Monday. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every Monday through Friday, as long as I have mods. So don't worry, if you didn't get it today, we'll get it again, and you can always make an appointment with me. You guys, I take Zezzle too and everything, so it's easy to make an appointment with me. I make it easy. Dana, mermaid, you were a mermaid. So another deep water. Interesting that these showed up back to back. I almost feel like you two knew each other in a previous life, but Atlantis, you were of the time of mermaids. If you want an appointment, go ahead and check out my link in my bio, and you can definitely make one. I'm pretty slammed all day today, but definitely feel free to make one. And I have tons of time next week. So I know it's hard because everyone wants instant gratification and my schedule doesn't seem to work like that, but I try. Just know I try really hard. I'm sure it's on the list. If you wrote your name before she cut the list off, then I'm sure you're on the list. Don't worry. Lillian G. authority figures. Hi, fellow Indigo. I think in your lifetime, probably not so much now, but in your lifetime, you had some issue with authority figures. All of us Indigo kids do. So I identify, people talk about starseed. I identify as an Indigo. And I think that a lot of us had trouble at a young age with authority figures and really hit our head against the wall to be like, you will not tell me what to do. So just know, look up, I actually have a blog. If you guys go to my website called I Am an Indigo Girl, look that up and see if you're an Indigo girl too, because I believe that you are. I believe anyone who has an authority thing, that's where that stems from. Delilah R. Asia. So here's an example. My comfort food is Japanese food, period. That's what I want. When I was pregnant, all I wanted was miso soup. Clearly, I had a previous lifetime in Asia because that is what I'm most comfortable with, right? So if you found yourself drawn to all of these things, look into it. I ended up taking Buddhist classes, and it was one of the best things I had ever done for myself. I feel so grateful that I took, a year of my life once a week for 3 hours to take this class. Leah K. Male, female. So Leah, you have been both male and female, right? And I see this a lot in people who decide that they're non-binary now. And it's because they feel so comfortable in both bodies because they've done both through multiple timelines and multiple past lives. So just know that that's why you feel comfortable in that way, right? You understand men, you understand women. You just do. I'm sure actually too, if you looked at your astrology chart, it would say that you were evenly feminine and masculine too. That shows up that way. You can see that in your chart. Amelia S. High Priestess. Yes, you're super, super witchy. You can manifest anything and you know it deep down. You're like, I make things happen. You're probably the kind of person who's like, I need a parking space, and boom, a parking space shows up. Here's the thing. The only time that doesn't work is if you start talking negatively to yourself and telling yourself that you're not as powerful as you are. That's what the universe will give you. So no, you are powerful, and use it for good. Use it for good things, but trust that you can manifest anything that you want. You really can. Shayna, angels. I love this. You've had a previous lifetime where you've walked with the angels. And I believe actually that you're extraordinarily psychic and can talk to people who have passed on. I don't know that you know that yet, or you might know that and it makes you uncomfortable. You may feel energies around you and it scares you. So just know, really, really know and believe that you're pretty magical, right? And angels are coming and talking to you. I feel like a lot of people who get this card end up becoming Reiki energy healers, but they call themselves angel Reiki energy healers. And that's you. That's you. I also think you should get this deck. Where is it? I want you to get, this one. I think this would be a really good deck for you. The Angel Power Wisdom cards. They're in the link in my bio. The very last link. I think they'd be great for you. I think I missed who was next. Sorry. Allie. Hi, Allie. Thanks for being so patient, you guys. We're so busy. There's so many people on here today. How many people do you think are on here, you guys? Orphan. This is a hard one because when you were orphaned in a previous lifetime, it makes you feel unlovable. It's this deep, deep thing that makes you feel like you can't breathe, or you don't feel accepted, and you're always afraid that someone's going to leave, right? I think that has a lot to do with that, is that you were orphaned in a previous lifetime. So you always feel like you're begging people to love you. I just want you to know you're extraordinarily lovable, and that it's important for you to know that your parents left you. They had no choice. They were extraordinarily sick. It had nothing to do with anything other than that. So you are lovable. You are lovable. Tell yourself that every day. Do a lot of root chakra affirmations if you can. Claudia, love life. So your love life is the thing that's the most important to you. When your love life's good, everything feels good. And you've been like that forever. You're kind of a romance novel, rom-com kind of person, I believe. I think that you're a romantic at heart and you believe in love in a deep way. And it's ruled most of you. It's interesting. I do think you could write love stories or something, poetry. I'm not sure, but I see you writing. Anyway, Liza E. Another one of the mothers. This is just like the father. You've had the same mother in many, many lifetimes. This can come with a lot of karma and resentment and things, or if you work through them in a previous life, maybe not. But usually when I get this card, there's some karma and some anger and some, resentment or something that's come from previous lifetimes. So remember that when you're getting frustrated, that it might not be worth it, or even anything that either of you are aware of that you've brought into this lifetime. Jennifer A., Native American. I love this. So I was trained by shamans. I was trained by Don Miguel Ruiz and Dr. Stephen Farmer, and I just love everything about it. So, look up shaman stuff. I think you'd really, really like it. Look up shaman stuff. If you haven't read the 4 Agreements, start there. That's a great way to start. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I could, yes, if you make an appointment, Shane, I would be happy to help you with that. Happy to. How many are Heather? Okay, Heather, karmic relationship. Okay, so there's a person in your life that you cannot let go of, but you know it's not healthy, but you cannot let go. It's like you feel like you're actually like drawn to each other. You can feel it in this really, really heavy, hard way. It's karmic though. That's not your soulmate. That's not your twin flame. This is a karmic relationship. And what it's teaching you is what you're attracted to, but also what just fundamentally doesn't work. If you can't cut out that karmic relationship, if that's not something you can let go of, it will continue to replay in every relationship. You need to cut that out, do a cord cutting. If you want to make an hour appointment with me, we can do a cord cutting, but you need to cut that out, right? So you can move forward. And the last name on the list, which is actually perfect timing, is Janet. Janet, again, this is again like that shaman and Native American, medicine man or woman. I love this. I think that same thing, if you can look at Don Miguel Ruiz's work, Dr. Stephen Farmer's work, the Green Witch book is also amazing. I have a whole list in my Amazon store, if you click on that, of really good books. I think that it's why you're so spiritual. It's why you are such a healer. So hold on to that and know that you're like really powerful. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Garlic Kathy, did we never say your name? Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I wish we could keep going, but the thing is that I have clients in 15 minutes and I need to go meditate, chill out, like take a minute. I'm straight through, I think today until 11:30. So it's a lot, but we will be back on, Monday as long as I have mods. And I just need you guys to know we never want to skip anybody. That's never our intention. Our intention is to make sure everybody makes it on the list every time. So big hugs. Just know it was not intentional, and we cannot, hopefully next time we'll see you Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like I said, you can always make an appointment with me. This is what I do full time every day. So big hugs. Have the best weekend, you guys. Sending so much love. Bye.